as Eric says, yeah, we're in Suriname, which is kind of the northeastern corner of South America. Brazil to the south of us. We're really excited about the Antino Gold Project. Antino represents, well, it is the most advanced gold project in Suriname right now. And again, as Eric mentions, the footprint there from all the alluvial and placer mining is really was the first thing that drew us to this project. And we're really excited to get going with some drilling in the near future. So some of the highlights for the project is we've got over 200 square kilometer land package, really prospective ground. We're situated less than 10 kilometers away from the nearest gold deposit, which is 1.7 million ounces at over 2 grams average. So there's things in the area, lots of gold. There's currently active production on the property as well in the alluvial material. And so there's continuous mining happening and they're constantly bringing gold out of the ground. So we know that it's there, but we want to get our drills there and get working on developing that deeper resource. So we're fully permitted for all of the exploration that we plan to do this year, drilling, groundwork, and then future mining as well is permitted as part of the process. Historically, there's been a couple of different operators on the project. This has given us 30,000+ meters of drilling, 35,000 auger samples, regional magnetic survey, and very recently some new LiDAR data and geochemical work that's given us a really strong foundation for building a drill plan as we move forward this year. In terms of the grades, and again, on top of that 500,000 ounces of historic production, what drew us to it is some of the historic numbers are really incredible. Examples, the biggest one is the 62 meters of 9.5 grams. That's a fantastic interval. But we're also, 10 grams of 33, or 10 meters of 33 grams, 8 meters of 11.5. These are all in diamond holes. So, and of that 32,000 meters and many of those intervals, that's all drilling where we're able to, use that in a future resource. I would say that Suriname as well is a pro-mining jurisdiction. There's 2 active mines currently in the country. You've got IM Gold's, well, I guess now Zijin Mining's Rosebell mine. It's been operating for over a decade. And then in 2019, Newmont opened the Marion mine with over 7 million ounces there. In terms of the team, I already kind of had an introduction there, but I'd say that myself and the rest of the team, we've kind of a group of engineers, capital markets, and technical people that do a good job of complementing each other and are able to kind of move this project forward. Certainly, John Williamson's pretty well known in the community as taking projects from even the earliest stages and bringing them right through to production. So we're well positioned there. As far as the corporate snapshot, we just had closed the financing and closed the transaction to acquire the option on this project in March, where we raised a little over $3 million. That was upsized from $2.5 million. And a lot of high net worth retail investors, a lot of interest on that side. We're sitting at just over $2 million in the bank, and that's enough to fund all of our 2023 exploration and drilling plans, which includes some local geophysics around where we're planning to start drilling, and then upwards of 10,000 meters in 2023. I'd say on that point, one of the really great things about being in this area and having our own drills, which a recent announcement that we put out stated, is that we're able to basically continuously drill. So we're hoping, or we're planning to do, is to have a continuous drill program where we're able to keep news flow going. So this is a pretty common figure for companies in the Guyana Shield. I often get asked, is the Guyana Shield in Africa? And the geology joke is, well, it used to be. But basically, this is continuous or contiguous geology across from the Birimian Shield in West Africa. And so most people are very familiar with the gold production in that area, over 270 million ounces of gold out of West Africa. In the Guyana Shield, there really hasn't been that much exploration. And so I think, and as do a lot of people here, believe that there's a lot of opportunity for some really big gold deposits to be discovered in this region. And I expect to see a lot in the next few years. Zooming in on the shield itself and where we are. So Paramaribo, the capital of Suriname, is up here. We're located down here, about 270 kilometers from the capital city. And we're situated on the Moroni River, which serves as access for barges and boats. That's how we're able to get all of the heavy equipment, our drills, everything like that in. The deposit type is, we're looking at high-grade greenstone gold systems, mostly shear-hosted vein gold, but there's also opportunity for some kind of bulk tonnage, vein stockwork material that was, I think, a little bit overlooked in the past with the previous operators. Everyone was kind of chasing the really, really high grades, which we are as well, but there's definitely some opportunity in the intrusive rocks that's been overlooked. In terms of location and everything, like we're situated really, well, just back one. We're situated just across the river, basically, from the town of Marapasula. It's 10,000 people in an area that gold mining has been part of their history. And so we have a skilled labor force very close by. We've got another gold deposit, 1.7 million ounces, just across the river, less than 10 kilometers away. On the property, there's the infrastructure that we need to really move things forward cheaply or cost effectively is already there. And that's really what's made this project kind of turnkey from a junior mining perspective. So we've got a over 1 kilometer airstrip on the property. There's 2 national airlines that offer regular service. So for crew changes, for bringing in equipment and supplies, we're able to use just local airlines and not chartering all the time, which really keeps our costs down. There's a well-established road network throughout the property. With the active mining, there's currently heavy machinery and equipment on the property that we're able to use. And then probably one of the biggest perks is that there's an existing camp for over 100 people that for very minor kind of refurbishments, we're able to use for all of our activities and not have to put a lot of capital into building a camp. It makes a big difference to the economics. Now, I mentioned that we purchased our own drills. So we have 2 drills that actually arrive in country in a couple of days, and they'll be working their way to camp by the middle of June, and we expect to be drilling by the end of June. They'll come in by barge along the river here, and the plan with those is that we'll be kind of focusing one drill on defining and building out the resources that we have or that are there, and then the second drill will be used to really work on the exploration targets and expand things. So this is a couple of the things that got us excited at the beginning with this project, and that's that the big highlight intercept is 62 meters of 9.5 grams, but it's alongside a lot of other great intervals. Some really high-grade gold intercepts. And these aren't just in the saprolite. That's one of the concerns that comes up a lot, or questions that comes up with these projects is, is this just this high-grade enrichment in the saprolite material? And while there's obviously that going on, and the active mining kind of proves it, these drill holes, these intercepts, many of them are diamond holes in proper rock below the saprolite horizon. So we've got lots of evidence that there's real mineralization below that saprolite cover, and it just needs the drilling to prove it out. The strike length, which is something else that's really incredible here, is this here is 2.5 kilometers of strike of gold mineralization, and this here is another 2 kilometers of gold mineralization here. If I go back, those 2 areas basically connect here. Collectively, from the bottom of one to the top of the other is upwards of 8 kilometers of strike. So there's a lot of opportunity for developing this project and for adding ounces. So in terms of what we have coming up and catalysts, the biggest one is the drilling. Drills arrive very soon. Expect to have rocks coming out of the ground by the end of June. And then another advantage of working in Suriname is we have access to a Bureau Veritas certified lab that's going to guarantee us 7-day turnaround times on our analyses. So we're really looking forward to being able to have near real-time results that we can convey to the market and get the news out. So we're looking at that is a real bonus for the market. And I'm out of time there, so I'll leave it there.